In early December, we put out a video discussing why Sweden's neighbours and two of its closest allies had chosen not to purchase the country's advanced wheeled self-propelled Archer artillery system and instead opt for tracked South Korean-made K9s. Was it cost? Was it delivery schedules? We may never know all the details, but we do know that mobility can play a huge factor, and in this category, a tracked platform typically wins, particularly when you're talking about mobility in the high north, where ground can be soft and roads can be limited. It seems like Sweden has also come to this realization and wants some tracked self-propelled artillery for its own armed forces. We take a look at what's been stated and speculate on some options for today's video. First off, a shout out to one of our viewers who commented with the specific source of this news. There was indeed limited information out there, in English, and the one Swedish article we could find about it was behind a paywall. This viewer pointed us to this document, dated November 24, 2025, and when translated to English is titled, Considerations on the Design of Military Defense. The specific relevant part of the document states this: in order to improve effectiveness and associated endurance, the higher appropriation level prioritizes the acquisition of additional ammunition in all branches of defense. The combat capability of the brigades and divisions is strengthened, among other things, by introducing tracked artillery and strengthening the rocket artillery. The context of this document is that on September 25, 2025, the government commissioned the Swedish Armed Forces to report on comprehensive considerations and proposals regarding the continued design of military defense. With the country targeting military spending to be 3.5% of GDP by 2030, there will need to be careful decision-making to assess priorities and where that money goes first. It looks like Sweden acknowledges that it should also have self-propelled artillery with a tracked platform. Again, soft ground and challenging terrain of northern Sweden means that the Archer can't go everywhere. It's stated that the army aims to establish 2 battalions equipped with K9 Thunder, aligning with Finland and Norway to enhance interoperability and logistics within the Nordic defense cooperation. This information, which was made available on Wikipedia, cites that paywalled article we mentioned earlier as the source, the Swedish publication Dagens Nyheter. While we acknowledge the value of good journalism and that it has a price, it also didn't seem worth it for us to subscribe to the website just to make this one video. And for what it's worth, we sent an email to Sweden's Defense Procurement Agency inquiring about this, but didn't get a response. But if we assume that the Wikipedia statement is true, and we can't always assume that it is, then it looks like Sweden will also go for the K9 Thunder, although no firm deal has been made at the time of making this video. This takes all the fun out of speculation and guessing, but it also would have been one of our top picks anyway. As we noted in our other video, this platform has proven itself reliable and can be delivered quickly and offers good value for money. As many have pointed out, the K9 is well suited for training conscripts due to its relative simplicity. All this, combined with the fact that Norway and Finland use the weapon, means logistics and a supply chain is already established. Norway and Finland even have an agreement with South Korea allowing spare parts to be transferred between the two countries without the normal level of bureaucracy associated with sharing foreign military equipment. We can only assume that Sweden will be signing on to this as well. But okay, since Sweden hasn't actually signed on the dotted line with Hanwha Aerospace for K9 howitzers, what else would or could Sweden have considered? If Sweden were to prioritize European weapons, 2 platforms come to mind: the newly announced RCH-155 tracked and the also fairly new Ascod Nemesis. Both announced in 2025, these used the Artillery Gun Module or AGM by KNDS. The RCH-155 tracked is based on the tracked Boxer. The Ascod Nemesis, again using the same gun, has the Ascod as its base, a platform by General Dynamics European Land Systems. The gun, able to fire on moving targets and also fire while moving, seems to be quite advanced. With similar routes, the PZH-2000, the newest A4 variant, could be considered as well. But again, when looking at the big picture, Sweden would also be considering cost, timeline, and reliability/complexity. With these factors, and the fact that the Nemesis and RCH-155 tracked are new and unproven, the K9 does indeed seem to be a clear winner, at least to us. But what about you? What do you think of Sweden's search for a tracked self-propelled artillery platform? Would you say that the K9 is a done deal? Is there anything else that you'd consider? Let us know by leaving a comment.